Oh, okay. So, as we set up ceremonial space, what does that even mean? Well, it means that we take time to come together and just ground. Okay. So, throughout the practice today, I will ask you just to take a deep inhale and exhale, calling in the direction. So, we're calling all the direction. We have the Reiki flowing here. So, if you're listening in, receive the Reiki. If you don't feel like receiving the Reiki, you can just say no, thank you. Reiki is a spiritual, highly intelligent, self-organizing energy of a life force that helps us realign ourselves on the highest path. Okay, so we are a divine being having a spiritual experience in a physical body. And we came here with little contracts or soul contracts, little points in life that we said, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. Okay. So first we kind of clear ourselves out from, growing up. And then we start to clear that. We learn that we are having a calling, a spiritual calling of something. That can begin in many ways. It can begin by feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or having some trauma or an accident or anything like that. And then you go on this quest and you ask, what is it that's missing in my life? What is it that I'm bringing back in? Right? What am I doing here? Who am I? What am I bringing in? So when we set up ceremonial space, we call in the direction, the energy of the east, where the sun is rising, and I work with archangels. So the angles of light that come in and that can assist us. So Archangel, Raphael, Master Magician Healer, brings in a higher dimensional frequency that can help us recognize the root cause for certain disease or pain or things that are happening in your life repeatedly over and over that you kind of want to graduate. So she comes in and helps us with that energy. And then Archangel Michael, coming in from the energy of the south, he works with the element of fire, including the spiritual fire that is ignited in our heart. Feel that light come in. I feel a big whoosh. He works with the cobalt blue energy, but he also works with this newer energy that is coming in that is more light, ice, transparent, blue-ish. Okay, so I worked with the blue light beings for many, many years, like 6 years or so. And um, it's coming in the form of a frequency. So receive the frequency, and it's quite electromagnetic. It's quite strong, and it's coming in through the grand central sun, through the center of our planet, which is like a vortex of energy that shoots a lot of stuff out through our sun and moon. And then it goes into our I am presence, our higher self, and then through our soul self and into the physical body avatar. And we're here to ground that vibration through our life. And it helps us ascend and wake up. But when we receive that energy, that strong electromagnetic energy, it will start to stir up the muck, right? Old things that we haven't settled may come up. So we're going to weave today with the help of this new blue light and Archangel Michael, and even we can work with the violet flame as well. You can work with whatever you want, your guides, teachers, angels, masters. But we have Archangel Michael behind us now and the south energy that helps us with that. So we're going to weave our own light and this new, more electromagnetic light together. And then the energy of the west, calling in Archangel Gabriel, come be with us, working with the water energy, with initiation, with attunement, that divine Shakti energy of movement, of dance, of making new. That's Archangel Gabriel. Okay. And then from the north, we bring in the wisdom goddess of Archangel Uriel, that binds together the wisdom of all the elemental goddesses, earth, water, fire, air, and space. And we create an awe that we can exist here and that we actually have this journey connected to the feeling of awe. Okay. And from the heart of the grand central sun, we have Archangel Metatron that brings in more frequency, sacred geometry that works on sorting out what you are becoming. And this is what we're going to talk about because we're moving into the new year of 2026, which is a 1 year of new beginning. 2025 was a 9 year of wrapping things up. So, although this intensity of the energy is coming over us, we're also finding new ways of choosing of how to move forward. And this is where we're going to work on today. So take another inhale and exhale now. And although there's a lot of words and an accent coming out of my mouth, there's also a lot of energy coming forward. So I want you to listen with your heart. I want you to listen in your gut. I want you to listen and receive something in a new angle, a new way. So new light is coming in. You're weaving it in with what you already know. Some things that you know that you no longer want to hold on to, you can now release without struggle. Okay. And I took 3 cards and we're going to go over those cards that guided us on the past, the present, and how we're going to work with these energies as they come in stronger and stronger. Isn't it fascinating that we get to do this, that we get to think about these things? Okay. When you think and approach and bring in this interest in your life, and think about it as it is fascinating. Oh, it's fascinating that sometimes we get triggered. Sometimes your mom didn't love you right, or your dad didn't do this and that happened. That is the story that we are now clearing. And we're clearing it, but just feeling it when it comes in. And instead of running away or looking the other way or getting angry or defensive or reacting in a certain way, we're going to just go like this. Ah, fascinating. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And then we continue to walk along the path. Okay. You can imagine us all holding hands, skipping along the road or, a light show or whatever. Okay. Remember that you're not here alone doing this. So reach out because it is a little bit challenging at times when there's a lot of new energy coming in that you have to hold into your body. Then your mind wants to see when did this happen and try to search for a recognition. So it's going to kind of slide and not getting a grasp. And that's when you know that I'm going to stop. And now take a deep breath with me again. Inhale, exhale. You're going to say, fascinating. Fascinating. I have 2 legs, 10 fingers, 10 toes, right? I can walk. Fascinating. Going to pause, right? This is the energy that's coming in. It's going to come up where our whole body, our whole nervous system is actually changing because we are alive. We didn't have to go into a coma or become, the caterpillar and the butterfly and the cocoon and all that stuff. It's happening in human form. but we are going to go into the melting pot. So whatever was dug under is going to start to float up. So what do? We take a breath, exhale it out. Fascinating. Fascinating. So think about a situation that might have happened recently or, something that just comes to mind now. Okay. When you think about it now, everyone has something, thumbs up. Okay. Challenging or something. Okay. Pause. Take a breath. Then we're holding hands, everybody, and we're skipping by and we're kind of walking by that situation. We have acknowledged it. We said fascinating, and then we're moving forward. We're not giving it the attention. We're not going through, you know, trauma work. Yes, you can tap a little bit and say, oh, fascinating, and kick your heels and move forward. But we're being asked to hold our attention on peace, pleasurable experience, and whatever else you want to bring in joy, comfort, well being, prosperity, abundance, sharing, community, skipping along the road. Oh, it's a pleasant day today. Right? You're going to keep that as you walk along this way. So visualize yourself seeing the situation, taking a breath so that you can stop and make an interference pattern. Interference pattern, you're breaking the pattern. Inhale, exhale, skipping by, waving, oh, fascinating, and moving along your path. Okay, this is a wonderful uh, pattern now because we're starting to remember why we came here. And we will start to forget what was so painful and so hard and so much struggle. Okay, so take a breath. The light is coming in and the shadow memories has to be processed. Okay, creating ceremonial space. We're just calling in some guides or whoever it is that you'd like to work with or calling the group. Right? We're remembering ourselves as beautiful creators and we take full responsibility of our response and our reactions. It's actually good when we have a surprise or getting a little pissed off. And then you can break that by taking a breath and then we're choosing the light. This morning I woke up with words in my mouth and it said, follow the light, follow the light. We're weaving our own I am presence, which we can call the golden thread that exists in all of us. Feel your center channel and your golden thread, weaving that with the blue. And of course, then I thought of this Swedish flag. So gold and blue. You can imagine the Swedish flag, right? Weave it, weave it, weave it, weave it. So now we have a memory of the Swedish flag. You don't have to love Sweden or anything like that, but have a memory so that we can catch ourselves in this moment. And then we are choosing to create this interference pattern so that we don't have to struggle or work harder and harder. I think we did that already. We worked very hard. Now it's about not working hard. It's about staying relaxed and keeping our tree of life, our nervous system, relaxed, grounded. Okay. And so we're choosing to become the observer of ourselves. We're not in the movie. We have created a movie, And we're rewriting the script right now. So 2025 is almost gone. Okay. 2026 is coming in. We get a chance of a humongous support, a, a universal and a cosmic support, a personal support, and a collective support on change. We're changing, we're evolving, we're moving forward. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. And then guess what? You can change who you are too. Oh, I want to be a little more spicy, or I want to get new glasses, or I want to change my hair, or I want to stay the same. But on the inside, I remember why I came here and what I have chosen to go through and what I'm bringing in. I'm rebirthing myself, right? I'm remembering why I came and who I am. And when we were in Sweden, we were digging up, or not digging up, but we were freeing those giants. What part of you have been buried that you now want to bring up? Say fascinating. Take a breath with me again. Inhale, exhale. And then let that giant fly. Right? Let that giant fly. Because now we are leveling up the light, we're illuminating ourselves, and the frequency is becoming higher naturally. So it's going to be faster, accelerated. It's going to be brighter spotlight on things that might not be so pretty. And that's okay because we're letting it go and we're actually getting help to let it go. So we're participating and we're refining ourselves by stopping, taking a breath. And I'm going to say this so many times so it's like imprinted in your subconscious. Because what I'm doing right now, I'm pulling out of your subconscious and fishing out those little sticky patterns. Okay. Sticky patterns are being pulled out. 2026 is a new beginning. So it is a choice. We're accelerating and it's exciting. Okay. We're exchanging pain, fullness, learning by pain that we used to do. And instead, learning by observing and not being in the movie, but taking a breath, being fascinating, letting it go. Feel something letting go now out of your shoulders. Soften your shoulders. And by doing this, we're taking action. We're using the Shakti energy of movement forward. We're using the divine and sacred masculine of expanding our consciousness. We're doing the Shiva Shakti balance, the mother, father, God, or mother, father, baby, or the three-folded flame. And we're working with that in this way. So we're balancing the action with the consciousness and starting to erase and skip forward. It is going to be fast and exciting. So we now have a method. So let's sit up straight and find length in your spine, open your crown chakra, and feel like a yod, like a pouring down. You can even raise your arms. And some of you guys who've done the Reiki training with me, you say, how happy are you? You say, so happy. And here, with your hands open, you feel a beautiful flooding of energy in, on you, through you, and about you. Weaving, you can even do this. So you cross your meridian, weaving that new electrical golden light, crisscross applesauce here with your hands and your mind, weaving and bringing and allowing just this action to be fascinating, and you breathe it out. Weaving the new light with your pure light, with your blueprint that is golden. Okay. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out. So the balancing of the yin and the yang, the Mary Magdalena energy and the Jeshua energy, right? That's the pineal gland, a new way of seeing things to expand. Everybody can rake your forehead and open up your consciousness wider, amplifying, magnifying your heart self, your soul self, into the earth self, into your body, and then through the body for the highest and greatest good for earth, with elemental goddesses of earth, water, fire, air, and space, and the directions, right? So, will you be pleased with yourself when you're choosing to do this work? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up. Okay, good. So, we also have to be pleased with ourselves. We have to be proud of ourselves that we're doing the work, right? And you're doing it for yourself, through yourself, for the highest and greatest good for everybody else and for the earth. Okay, so we're doing this in service. So you will choose to be happy and content with what you have done. You're not judging yourself. Like, oh my God, I ate 5 cheesecakes last night. No, that was freaking good. I enjoyed it. Okay. Fascinating. Okay. Walking by. Okay. That's gone. Take a deep breath in, exhale it out. It's all good in the hood. When the light is expanding, can you be enjoying yourself as you learn to expand it? This is the choice, but we have to become a little bit more aware, and you will naturally become aware. But if yucky stuff comes up or something that is scary, that's okay. You just say fascinating and move on. Now, one more thing, words. What is your vocabulary? What is the frequency of the words that you use that will support you in this new happy new year of new beginning? So as we follow the light, we know that that light is an octave, it's a frequency, it is an energy, it is a movement. So we have to choose how we think and what words we're saying by doing something that feels good in our heart. So if we have 3 words, I want you to write down on a piece of paper tonight 3 words, and we're going to go over them after the transmission. 3 words so you can build a stable tetrahedron or a triangle. I'm using peace, pleasure, and prosperity. There are also other words like, uh, what did I write down? I write capable, seniority, beauty, happiness, certainty. Script yourself and let's rewire your tapestry of words that you're using. Choose 3 words. So we're seeding a new way of being. 3 words. And in Sweden, I woke up one day and I had that pain, remember? And I said, what the heck? This pain, I'm not doing that. I'm doing from pain, I'm moving into pleasure. And then I'm moving into peace. Okay, and prosperity. Without worry. So you don't want it to have worry, because if you use the same old, you're really building that addiction almost to the way we think. So we're weaving the golden thread with the electric light blue and the new incoming light and your golden light, Swedish flag. Take a breath in, exhale it out. We're almost there. Okay. Fascinating. And I move forward. Okay. Now, the cards that we got this morning, well, I took them for us this morning. The first card, which was the past. Okay. I said past, present, future. It was the destiny of echinacea. Okay. Destiny, echinacea. number 30. So I took these cards that are the herbal astrology. It was like a little pocket thing. I thought they were cute. And the echinacea card is showing us that uh, the wheel of change, the wheel of life, birth, living, death, karma, all that. And we're letting go of that. Okay, we're letting go of that and we're forgetting about that and we're stepping into a new way of moving and thinking, bigger vision. We are cycles of suffering. We are releasing that and we are uh, instead finding a deep protection in our multi-organic level. So it's an evolutionary consciousness in the earthly domain. We're expanding and moving into wisdom of the universe, and we're changing by remaining centered in consciousness and fluid in our movement. So we're still keeping the attention on that gold and blue weaved energy. So we're learning here to step back to observe. That's the pausing, stopping, taking a breath, and saying, fascinating. We're learning to stop and observe. Okay, feel it in your body. Don't think in your brain, please. Thank you very much. And now we're moving into the present card, which was the kava kava herb. Beautiful card. Kava kava. I think that's really relaxing for the body. Oh, there are the butterflies. Okay. So this is to do with community. Okay. So a celebration, a kindship with a tribe, friendship, union, finding the chosen family. Okay. Stepping away from separation and seriousness and not wanting to be with others and loneliness. We are opening up to this intoxicating pepper, it is sometimes called. And kava kava is related to the moon and to Pluto, the planets. So it gives us increased clarity as it works on the nervous system. It relaxes you and it's asking you to go into a deeper transformational phase. And the words that they're using here is reduce confusion in our emotional mind and release accumulated emotions through the volcanic power of moving through that stuckness. Okay, so that's what's happening now. And it relaxes you. And it's kind of like a butterfly, a peaceful watching a butterfly. What does that bring into your body? How does that feel in your body? Imagine you're laying in the summer grass, seeing a beautiful butterfly flying by. Okay, it brings us peace. Okay. And also, as you observe yourself in this relaxed phase, notice what is your role in this group? What is the role that you used to play and that you like to play? Do you have any sacred contracts that you like to bring up? What is that? Do you see yourself as a protector, a creator, a connector, or a visionary? Who are you? Who are you becoming? And notice this inner journey is about questioning yourself, relaxing, questioning, taking a step back, and taking a breath in. Okay, and the last card, which is the future and the near future is number 11. Yes, we're stepping through this pathway for 2026. It is the Damiana, the beloved. This is what it looks like. I don't know. Damiana is the herb. Looks like that. Okay. And this card is giving us magnetism, attraction, kindred spirits, and soulmates. It's about relationships. Yes, Duke?
Yeah, Damiana is it's kind of like an aphrodisiac.
That's where we're going, baby. Yes. So that's what we're bringing in 2026. It's going to be that feeling. And I said that. Did I say that when I was a student? And now we got the card to support it. It's going to be like a pleasureful feeling kind of running through you. Do I feel good? Yes. Oh, wait. Actually, it's a beautiful day outside. I'm walking along. I'm feeling great. My stomach feels great. I'm making good choices. It's easy. That's the energy that's coming forward. We're kind of like moving forward in a balanced way without thinking. So that's that uh, wonderful energy. And this herb is also um, connected to sacred play, right? Finding the beloved within ourselves also, and together with whoever, we are with. And um, it is opposite of kind of lust and lack and that like that kind of energy. It is more refined, and that can come too, but in a more sweet, balanced, elevated level. 11, okay, coming forward for 2026. It is also very rejuvenating, this plant, and it balances the whole nervous system in many ways. It helps with the cells, and harmony and all of the organs in the body. And it represents the universal principle of the beloved. Okay. Yes, beloved. Find your beloved. And in shaman training, we call that beloved the wiser one. Okay. The wiser one. Who are you as you become the wiser one? The one that observes, knows, and connects. Not the one that fixes everything. That's like done. We're done with that. We're now pleasurable, peaceful, bringing in this energy. Okay. So making healthy choices and seeing who we are now, reinventing ourselves and just picking out those pieces that we really love. Okay. And find or energy is coming in strongly now. So I'm going to just do a little transmission also. So it brings in that beautiful balance that we talked about in the beginning of Mary Magdalena and Joshua balancing within ourselves. So we got this beautiful energy and support of what we have been talking about previously. So let's allow for the Reiki energy to run through us now. And there are also other energies coming in. So receive transmission and balance. So the vibrational energy that is coming in that is telling us that yes, we're happy and pleased with ourselves and what we have accomplished and how we have evolved through this time, through our lives up until now. And just by allowing ourselves to feel like we are enjoying an uplifting herb, so to say, finding that stability in who you are physically. Feel yourself being alive and vibrating. Mentally, create a stable container, words that you're using in the form of a triangle: prosperity, pleasure, peace. Okay. And when something is coming up, remember that you're weaving yourself with these very highly refined energies, the Shakti energies, of the Shakti energies in the tantric text are called actually God powers, and they're represented by Para Devi, the universal mother energy. So before the transmission and the change and the weaving can begin, we must create a stable consciousness. Then Saravati, or Divine Mother, or these God powers, the Shakti powers, can start to work in your tree of life, in your nervous system. And you can really drink in this plasmic, charged, electromagnetic, light blue, conscious rays that are flooding the planet. And the thing is, like, you don't have to do anything except for not analyzing. Do not analyze, just let it happen and see, well, okay, what happens now? Okay, oh, fascinating. Wait, I better pause to take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Rebuilding, restructuring, all on its own. For a moment, bring your hand on your belly button or on your lower belly, the lower dantian. Uncross your legs if they are. And let's take 3 breaths into the belly. And feel this connection into your belly. Gratitude for your belly, your organs. Good. And now bring your hands over your heart. And let's take 3 breaths into the heart. And higher heart and the heart. Inhale and exhale. And just gratitude, the heart that it's beating, that your lungs are breathing. We're connecting into our soul selves here. And now bringing your hands actually over your head, covering the fontanelle, the crown of your head. And we're just going to let the shoulders relax and allow for your I am presence in your soul star chakra to give you this upgrade right now. You're getting and receiving an upgrade from your I am presence, your higher self right now. Try to breathe into the backs of your lungs for a couple of breaths. Widen the backs of the lungs. And then for a moment, bring your hands towards the back of your head where the spine meets the brain. Just place your hands there for a moment. Relax into that. And find that sense that you're pleased with yourself because you're here, grateful for the group, and it's fascinating that we're going through this change in our body. Physically, mentally, we're stabilizing the mind with our words that we use, the vibration. Emotionally, we are pausing and taking a breath and not ignoring or pushing down the emotions, but letting them erupt. Lovingly kind of flicking them away. Okay. Spiritually, we're bringing our hands one more time onto the heart, and you're going to ignite your heart flame. Visualize that balance in your heart, the pink, the light blue, and the gold that is weaved in the immaculate heart. And just let the light in your heart light up. And you're sitting in your golden sphere of light that we established, sacred ceremonial space as we began this transmission and class. And that light is now filled with the new crystalline light, the Christ light, so to say. Mix your heart light with the Christ light and let it exponentially grow from level 10 to 100 to 1,000 to 10,000 to 100,000 to a billion. Any level there in between. Feel your antakarana, your rainbow body bridge. Hold you and relax your tree of life, your nervous system. Feeling supported and loved, and full of this knowing. Knowing, remembrance is love. That you're here on a journey and you're choosing little by little to receive the support by not analyzing and thinking about other things, but receiving the support. 2026, we are beginning anew with our stable sacred geometry of our words, the vibration of remembering and re-remembering our gifts that are awakening by just allowing. Nothing to do, nothing to fix. It's fascinating. And allowing this love potion, anti-anxiety, rejuvenate by feeling this magnetism, attraction, kindred spirits, friendship, relationship, refined, feel refined inside. And finally, we'll bring our hands together. I'm going to rub a hand. And I'm going to give us a little bit of a pranic light wash. So just wash your face, wash your hand, Clap your arms and everybody say good job in your own name. Yes. Crossovers, washing your legs, your knees, your hips, your feet, and feeling absolutely integrated, peaceful, feeling the pleasure in taking care of yourself on all the levels, feeling magnetized and balanced. And so it is. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I'm pausing our recording and we'll return to the group where I want to hear your words. And you can add words and change them, but maybe play with them. Whatever came first is usually kind of what you want to receive and accept. All right. Thank you, everybody.